Hey, what's up, family and friend? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you these hits, high intensity training on a motivational Monday. Hey, if you all are out there, please chime in this conversation. If you're watching this via replay, please fast forward 2 minutes while I share this to all of my social media outlets. And as you're coming in, I'm showing this to my social media outlets. Please, hey, shoot your boy a hello so I can see who's out here today because we're going to get ready to break some bread. I would love to know who's out here today. All right. Hey, thank you, Shamika. I see Shamika already in the house. Who else is out there? We got eyes starting to add up. Hey, Valerie, thank you for joining. Hey, Patria. I hope I pronounced that right. Tashana, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We're gonna get ready to break this bread. Let me share this. Give me 30 more seconds to share this. I see some more eyes out there. If you're out there, man, holler at your boy before we get ready to break this bread, man. We have been doing some incredible stuff on these motivational Mondays and our Thursdays. Hey, Mom, and our Saturday mornings. We have been doing some awesome stuff, man. We are seeing a lot of lives change for the better. And I think it's time now that we continue this. All right, I got this shared. What's up, Ryan? You know we gonna break bread, Ryan. You already know. We got people already chiming into this conversation. Y'all go ahead and let grandmama and them, let cousin them know that the motivational teacher to the masses has just hopped on. Let them know. Go ahead and share this right now to all your friends, all your groups that you're a part of. Go ahead and let them know that we're here right now today, and we're getting ready to break bread. We got 8 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We got 8 more seconds. I told the people 2 minutes, and we starting at 2 minutes. All right, here we go. This is your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you these hits, high intensity training on a Monday night, a special Monday night edition of Motivational Monday. I want to thank you all. I see who all the people out here right now. I want to thank you. Hey, what's up, Patricia? I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. Please like, share, host watch parties. Please subscribe to my YouTube page at Williams Inspires if you have not to. Tonight, before I get going into what I want to focus on, I want to say, a special thank you to the men and women of the armed forces that fight for us to be able to have these rights that we have, man. And to all the families that have experienced such a great loss this Memorial Day, hey, man, my condolences go out with you. And it's my prayer that God continues to bless you and keep you even in those tough times, man. I know it's not easy. We all have family members that's in the armed services. So I want to thank you all for what you do. And tonight, I want to break a little bread. And I want to pull this from Memorial Day. Today, I want to talk about freedom is never free. Yeah, I'm going to break bread tonight. Freedom is never free. I want to start this out. My favorite book said, whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. Let's talk about what being truly free indeed, because I think there's a level that there's free and then there's free indeed. And I think I want to start right there with talking about the difference between being free and free indeed. The other day, they was talking about some prisoners had broke out the prison. They had broke out the prison and they were on the run. And they were running, they were hiding, and people would call in where they spotted them, and they was walking along the power line in the woods, right? So the prisoners had broken out of jail and they were free. But really, were they free indeed? And the fact that they had to keep looking over their shoulders to see where they were going. They had to keep looking over their shoulders for the police. They had to keep looking over their shoulders to know what was going on around them. They had to keep walking down the power line not to be seen. They couldn't interact with society. They couldn't go to the grocery store and get a bag of groceries. They couldn't go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac. They couldn't go for Chick-fil-A and get a chicken sandwich. I love those chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. They couldn't go and do those things. Although they were free, they were not free indeed. And I think a lot of people, this is why I'm a motivational teacher. And I think a lot of people, we are free, but are we truly free indeed? Remember, freedom is never free. I'm going to break bread before this is over. Freedom is never free. So we're free, but are we free indeed? Like, let me bring this a little closer to home. Have I broken the limitations in my own mind that keep me bound? Have I started to tear down barriers between where I am today to where I want to be tomorrow? Have I started building bridges to ensure that I'm able to get to that gift that God has given me on the inside, to bring it onto the outside? Are you free? But the question is, have we become free indeed? There are no longer any more self-imposed limitations to the greatness that's been gifted to me. I'm free, but am I free indeed? Remember, freedom is never free. And I'm going to break bread before this is over. And right now, I'm just setting up this conversation that we're going to have tonight. And please feel free to chime in here by, writing messages, by chiming in. Let me know what you're thinking right there, because tonight, man, it's not a rah, 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 rah. It's about, how do I become free indeed? We have to be fed up with just being free. I don't just want to be out here and get the minimum that I'm supposed to have. I don't want to be out here and just fare well. I don't want to be out here and my body's broken down. I don't want to be out here and I can't enjoy being out. I don't want to be out here and I can't make supreme impact because I'm free, but I'm truly not free indeed. Yeah, I'm going to break bread before it's over. So we got to start even challenging where we are today to see, can I be in a better place tomorrow? Come on, people. Y'all holler at your boy. Yeah, I was watching, actually I wasn't watching. I saw a clip on YouTube, America's Got Talent. They had a brother from Louisiana that was falsely accused of raping somebody, and he spent 37 years in prison. He spent 37 years in prison, and he got out of prison about a year ago, and he decided that he wanted to do America's Got Talent because he watched it when he was in prison. 37 years for being falsely accused, and the guy still had singing. That they asked him why now. He said, I always wanted to sing. I always had joy in my heart. This is what I always wanted to do. Even after 37 years in prison, he still had his goals. He had his dream in his heart of what he wanted to do. And he was up there in Rikers Island, one of the toughest prisons to be in of all times. And when he walked on that stage, they asked him, like, how did you maintain your sanity? And this is what Archie Williams said. He said, freedom is of the mind. He said, my body went to prison, but I never let my mind go into prison. I'm going to break bread before this is all over. Freedom is of the mind. And what are we letting live rent free in our mind? Remember, freedom is never free. I'm getting excited because I know where this is going. Freedom is never free. He allowed himself to be incarcerated 37 years, wrongfully incarcerated. They freed him with DNA 37 years later, and he still had joy in his heart. And because my body was in prison, but my mind was always free. My question to you, are you free, or are you free indeed? Meaning, or have you started spending more time talking about your greatness and talking about what you do have versus than what you don't have? Have you spent more time trying to mature the gifts that you know you have than talking about what I don't have? Every time I seem to get to this point, this seems to happen. Or every time I get to this point, something bad happens. Have we spent more time on what bad might happen, or are we giving more time to what's good on the inside of us? See, that's the difference between being free, and free indeed. Whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. There are no limitations to our life. Man, when you know thy truth, the truth shall make you free. What truth are you standing under? Boy, I'm breaking bread. Y'all share this right now. What truth are you standing under? Ron said, I never let my mind go to prison. That's all breakthrough out loud. You better believe it. You better believe it. When you know the truth shall make you free. What truth are we standing under? Am I standing under the truth that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me? Or am I standing under the truth that I'm more than a conqueror? Am I standing underneath the truth that I've been fearfully and wonderfully made? Am I standing under the truth that there's nothing too hard for God to work through me? Am I standing under that truth? Or is my truth what I see every day with my own eyes? Is my truth what they said about me, what I heard with my own ears? Is my truth what I spoke out of my own mouth? Man, I'm breaking bread. When you know the truth shall make you free. What truth are you standing under? Right now, the manifestation in your life is directly proportional to them. What truth do you stand under? You're going to get free tonight, indeed. Somebody need to put indeed down there. It's not just good enough to be free, but we have to be free indeed, meaning Boy, I'm gonna break bread, meaning that nobody can call me back and take my freedom away because I've been given my walking papers. I now indeed I have a title on, I have a title page, I have a deed, sign, seal, and deliver. I'm yours. I have it in my back pocket. I got my title deed that says I'm free indeed. You can't pull me back to where I used to be because I'm free indeed. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm free indeed. I'm tired of going to a job I hate every day. Although I'm free, but I choose to enslave myself in a process that I know is killing me from the inside out. I'm free indeed. I got to break bread right now. If you're going to be free indeed, it means you have to make radical decisions in what you believe. If you're free indeed, that means sometimes you got to step off the ledge when you don't know the next step. Understanding that whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Understanding that it might not be what I think it is, but I know it's something down there greater on the other side of my indeed than it is on this side of freedom. Boy, I'm breaking bread right now. This ain't going to be no run through the house. This is going to be one that calls us to look inward to bring it out. Boy, I'm breaking bread right now. I got Valerie chiming into this conversation. That's right. When people start being bossy and nosy and critical or trying to mold your thinking to something, just look back. Literally, I just live your own life for Jesus Christ and not someone else's life. Man, you got to do it. You've been set. You free indeed. I'm going to break this down. And tomorrow, your number one word needs to be indeed. But freedom is never free. There is a huge cost in freedom. Freedom is the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved. Let me read that one. Freedom is the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved. The opposite of freedom is bound. The opposite of freedom is bound. And I'm asking you to look at every area of your life. I want you to look at your marriage. I want you to look at your finances. I want you to look at your career. I want you to look at the closest 5 relationships around you, your friends. I want you to look at your business. And I want you to look at it. And I want you to really do an assessment. I want you to look at it. You do an assessment and you say, am I free or am I bound? Now I'm going to break bread. Sometimes it's Shamika, sometimes freedom is given to us by the Father, but you have to realize it's a mindset. It's a mindset. I want you to challenge every area of your life where you're not getting the manifestation that you're looking for. And like my sister Queen just said, I want you to look inside your mind and you look and you tell me whether you're free or whether you're bound. The opposite of free is bound. Every area of your life where you're bound, you'll never have maximum manifestation. Right now, there's some people struggling with their marriage. Corona-19 has really put a lot of marriages in stress and a lot of people separating. And right now, some people coming closer together, but it's really put a stress on the marriage because now I have to acknowledge whether I'm free or whether my marriage is bound. Boy, I'm breaking bread right now because if it's bound, then I have to change my thinking because me being bound all begins, like my sister said, is in my mindset. Being bound is in my mindset. Archie Williams said, I was in prison for 37 years, but my mind was never bound. My question is, where is the genesis of us being bound in that situation? I'm breaking bread right now. This ain't gonna make you run through the house, but I'm telling you this. If you can get this and apply it to your life, you can change every area of your life where you're not existing maximum manifestation in your life. I'm telling you, if you get this and you begin to work this, you can change every area of your life where you're not seeing the success or the level of success that you need. Freedom is never free. Every area in your life where there is no reciprocity, that area of your life will struggle. Freedom is never free. For example, if my desire to my wife is to be a great husband, you know I'm going to break the spirit of abundance tonight, Tashana. You know I got to do it. This is why I am the motivational teacher, and I'm not the motivational speaker. Motivational speakers only want to deal with surface. The motivational teacher deals with that part of you that's made just like your daddy. And see, I believe all manifestation, everything that we see on the outside was built from the inside. If I can help change you on the inside, I can change. The easiest part is to change what you have on the outside. I know if you can understand that any area in your life where there is no reciprocity, you can't have maximum manifestation. See, let me give you an example. The law of Genesis says the seed is within itself. Yep, I'm going to break bread tonight, and this is going to change some lives. Man, I have been getting so much feedback from us being looking at this camera this past week. I had a brother reach out to me that was on our live Saturday. I think, Tashana, you were on there. I had a brother reach out to me Saturday and said, man, you spoke to my soul. He hit me back afterward and said, man, like I couldn't believe that. It's like you were reading my mail. I had another lady this week DM me, and she listened to my Michael Jordan video. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, she had her two sons. They wrote a paper, what they got from my Michael Jordan video. And I looked and I told her, send me a cash out because I want to sow into those kids that wrote that. It ain't about the money. It's about saying, man, when you plan and you prepare, you set yourself up for success. And I was like, man, that's awesome. So something is happening. What's up, V4? Something is going on right now. And I'm telling you, you got to be a part of the movement. Stop standing on the sideline saying, I'll get in tomorrow, or sub me in the game in the second quarter, coach, or I'll just wait to see what everybody else do. You got to get in the game now. We got our Thursday Bridging the Nations where we had right at 2,000 views, and we had almost 400 comments, and we had all these people's lives are changing. And I'm challenging you not to stand on the sideline and hear success stories. I am challenging you to become a part of the success stories. Come on, man. Oh, that's what it was. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. Thank you, Tashana. That's what it was. That GOAT video with Michael Jordan. I forgot what it was called. And she had both her sons, right? I'm gonna post them on Facebook. So y'all keep watching. I'm gonna put them on Facebook just to say, man, like there's a change going on. And it's all dependent on freedom is never free. It's all dependent on what are you willing to give in your life in that area to see the breakthrough that you want. I'm breaking bread right now. What are you going to do in order to get to that next phase? Every area of life where there is no reciprocity, it will fail, or you will not have maximum manifestation. If I want to be a better husband to my wife, if I want a great marriage, having a great marriage is a man working to be a better husband and a wife and a woman working to be a better wife. Come on, man. I'm about to break bread right now. And any area where there is no reciprocity, there cannot be true freedom. Because in order to have true freedom, it means there has to be reciprocity, meaning that seed time and harvest is real, meaning that the law of Genesis is real, meaning that I got to sow into it before I can see the harvest from it. So I have to be a great husband to my wife in order to see my marriage grow. Nothing just happens, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing just happens. Nothing is by mistake. Nothing just happens. It's all by intentionality. We can sit there and pray to a big God and want him to do big hands, or we can sit there and want to just hope things change. We can sit there and we can wait for Ed McMahon to bring us a bag of money, or Steve Harvey. We can sit there and wait for Iron Man to fly down and save us, or we can start moving and understand that freedom isn't free. Every area of my life that I want to increase, there must be reciprocity. And we can start sowing into those areas. I can start telling my wife she's beautiful. I can start the Dave Ramsey money management system. Every area that you're not willing to sow and sacrifice into in order to get the manifestation you want, you will never have maximum impact in that area of your life. I just broke bread. I just broke bread. If you're trying to get to the next level of life, you got to increase your mindset. You got to grow. You got to take action. Thank you, Tashana. You got to take action. And I'm not talking about physical action with your hands. I'm talking about increasing your mindset, increasing your territory, increasing your land. We start building from the inside out. If you don't have a nice, tight drawing plan in the beginning, you can never have a strong building on the outside until we get to the place where we make our growth priority. Until we make sowing in those areas where we want to see maximum impact a priority, we will always lack where we're supposed to be in abundance. We came so I can have life and so that I can have it more abundantly. Where is my abundance? I'm not seeing my abundance. You know why? Because there is no reciprocity. You can't have it without sowing it. If I want more love, I have to sow more love to my wife. And the fact that if I want more money, I have to give more money. It's the law of Genesis. Freedom is never free. It costs something. It costs something. We sit there and we marvel at people that has developed their gifts. We marvel at people. Man, we like to, we put their names in lights. We retire jerseys. We give them gold medals. We put their name in a star in the street, all because they matured their gift. But it costs something in order to get to that place in life. And if we're not willing to pay that price, because freedom is never free. I want financial freedom. Then in order to have financial freedom, you got to sow time. I'm breaking bread right now. In order to have financial freedom, you got to give freely. In order to have financial freedom, you're going to have to go to the Dave Ramsey envelope system. Man, I'm breaking bread right now. In order to change your life, you got to absolutely change. You got to become radical in your mindset about going from where I am today to where I want to be tomorrow. If you only sit there and you wallow and you accept the lot in life that you have right now, your life will never change. You'll be in the same spot 5 years from now because nothing just happens. Boy, with some good stuff right now. Nothing just happens. And until you get to the point where you say, I'm going to take this bull by the horn and I'm going to ride it like Old Town Road. I'm going to ride it like Old Town until you can take it. And boy, you can never get maximum success in your life. You'll go past through earth. You'll pay your bills. You won't get your car repossessed, hopefully. You won't get your house foreclosed. You'll pass through this life, and you'll have a decent life. And 4 or 5 people remember that you passed through. But that's greatness on the inside of you. But that's something special on the inside of you. You can't die with the special stuff on the inside of you and leave all that other stuff to chance. That was something that you were supposed to change. That was something you were supposed to make better for the people behind you. That you were supposed to make an impact for your children's children. But we sit there. Freedom is never free. Oh, I want financial freedom. It ain't free. Oh, I want to start my own business. I want my own daycare. I want my own this. I want my own church. I want my own business. I want my own grocery store. It ain't free. Freedom is never free. I'm breaking bread right now. I am breaking bread right now, boy. I got some people chiming into this conversation. I started to wallow in self-pity today. I had to refrain and retrain several times today. That's what I'm talking about. That's part of paying the price. Freedom is never free. Lord, I got a whole page of notes, y'all. I'm going to get to at some point. The secret to freedom. Y'all ready? The secret to freedom is progress. The secret to freedom is progress. Change is automatic, but progress demands that you are intentional about the area of your life. And I think for a lot of times, some of us have confused movement with progress. Movement does not necessarily equal progress. Getting old doesn't equal you getting wise. I know young fools as well as I know old fools. And I know fools that started when they were young and they became old fools. Getting old is not a guarantee. Oh, I got these gray hairs. Just because you got gray hairs don't mean you're getting wiser. Just because I got fewer hair on my head don't mean I'm getting smarter. Well, you know what they say when the hair can't grow on a busy street. Yes, it can. Or if you don't increase your mind, you just the same person you were when you had a head full of hair. I used to have a whole lot of waves. Tell them before. I used to have a whole lot of waves. But it doesn't mean I get wiser because I get less hair. And I think society, or I think our culture has told us that if I just get older, I get wiser. That's not true. Any area of life, listen, any area of life where you're not willing to sow and give into it, it cannot give itself back to you. I want a great marriage, but I want 2-3 women on the side. I want a great marriage, but me and my wife can't have the same bank account. I want a great marriage, but she better be in there cleaning and cooking and doing all that stuff and then working and doing all. I want a great marriage, but I got this theory of what I saw. Listen, you'll never have it. I know that's the motivational speakers and motivational teachers not supposed to tell you that, but I'm your boy and I'm your Uncle Leroy Elroy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you don't change in that area of your life, you gonna be average in that area of your life. Freedom is never free. It costs something to have freedom in any area of your life. And until you're willing to make the commitment, which I'm about to talk about, the 3 C's, in order to be free, you'll always be bound, man. You'll have this little average life, and you'll die average. They'll have your average funeral. They'll put you in an average hole in the ground. They give you an average tombstone, and one generation, everybody forgot you came to the earth when you had greatness on you from the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I grind the way I do. Thank you, Charlotte. That's why I grind the way I do. I know God has put something on the inside of me so special. I know that it's supposed to change lives to come. And when I'm dead, boy, I'm about to break bread. When I'm dead, my words should still be changing lives. Boy, I'm telling you, when I'm dead, my grandkids be talking about, oh, eagle-eyed great-grandpa. He started this empire from nothing. His dad, look. His dad didn't know his dad, and great-granddaddy barely knew his dad. But when he came along, he changed our life for generations to come. We're still eating off the words that he's sown into the earth. Boy, I just broke bread. If you ain't thinking about changing 2-3 generations below, you got stinking thinking, and your thinking ain't big enough for God to work on your behalf. And if you don't upgrade your level of thinking and begin to understand that freedom ain't free, it's going to cost you something to get there. You got to make the decision now that I got to pay the price. I got to, amen, leave a legacy, Tashana. We just broke bread. Well, I'm going to skip a lot of stuff. Yeah. The 3 C's of freedom. That's what we're going to call this. The 3, let's get the crumbs off the ground. But come on and get them, boy. It's life in these crumbs right now. It's life in these crumbs right now. Boy, I'd rather have one of these bread-breaking crumbs than have a 6-course feast at somebody else's table, because from here you're gonna get true nutrients. This stuff is good for living. I just broke bread. Boy, don't get me going. One day I'm gonna come on here, I'm gonna do a message about really what breaking bread really means. That's gonna be one of my, I'm gonna do that one on my birthday. I'm gonna come on here and talk about breaking bread. My mom said, can't see it until you see it. You better say that. You got to be able to see it spiritually on the inside before it physically manifests on the outside. My mom just broke bread. The 3 C's of freedom. Lady Queen, I'm going to pull you up in a second. The 3 C's of freedom. Number 1 is courage. Number 1 is courage. Freedom is never free. It takes courage to change something that's been in your life for the last 5, 10, 20 years. It takes courage to break away from the system to do something that's never been done before in your family's history. Yep, let me break bread. I was the first male on my dad's side to finish high school. All the other males dropped out. I was the first male on my mom and dad's side to graduate college. It takes courage to do something. When I think about courage, I love to think about Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman made 19 trips back to the South and rescued over 300 slaves and never lost a single passenger. Ladies and gentlemen, that is courage. In the face of adversity, she chose that what's been given to me on the inside, man, I'll die before I just sit there and comfort and die with this on the inside of me. I'd rather be slain on the battlefield going from the south to the north than sit there and have what God given me dormant. I know right now I got limitations with my seizures. I know right now I'll pass out. I know right now I'll just fall over and go to sleep for days, but I won't die with the promise on the inside of me. I'd rather die from passing out on the battlefield and they drag my body off the battlefield than die with God's gift on the inside of me. Don't get the motivational teacher going. We will not be judged by what we did right or what we did wrong. We will be judged by, I gave you this many talents and you brought me this back. I gave your words to the nation and you only spoke to the region, son. Go back there to the end of the line. You ain't coming right in here because you didn't accomplish everything I set for you to accomplish. And see, some of us are living like we got 5, 10, we got 50 more years to do what's on the inside of us to do. I'm saying now, you got to go now. Freedom is never free. You got to go ahead and start paying the price now. You got to go ahead and get up and start going now. I'm breaking bread right now. You got to have the courage of Harriet Tubman in order to get to the place you want to go. You got to be willing to step outside your comfort zone. And see, most people think that the opposite of fear is faith. The opposite of fear is courage. Be strong and very courageous. The opposite of fear is courage. You're going to have to go scared. You're not going to go and believe in it in full faith. You're going to have to go scared, but you got to have the courage to go. I just broke bread. Harriet Tubman made those trips. It wasn't that she wasn't afraid, because she hid from house to house and she was ducking and dodging bullets all over her head. It wasn't that what she was afraid. She had the courage to go. And my question to you is, do you have the courage to change that area of your life that you know is hindering you from manifesting your gift from the inside out? Do you have the courage to do what nobody else in your family has done? Do you have the courage to step out on faith? I know where I should have went to school 20 years ago. Go now. Where I should have started my business. Start it now. Where I should have started this nonprofit. Start it now. Quit talking about what I should have done and talk about and have courage to do it now. I'm breaking bread right now. It's time to change our life. Number 2, the 3 C's of freedom. Number 2, commitment. Commitment. Man, a steady drip of water will soon break concrete. Do you have the commitment in order to get to where you want to go? I can tell you this. I see a lot of people that pass through these motivational Mondays. I see a lot of people that doesn't, if you don't have the commitment to stick to a Monday night for 30 minutes, you telling me you got the commitment to change your life? I ain't believing it. I ain't believing it. You can't be committed to 30 minutes on a Monday night and you want me to believe that you about to radically change 2 generations. I don't believe it. You want me to believe, oh, God can do all things. Yeah, God can. But my question, can he do it through you? Do you have the commitment level in order to see it through? It's so many people that start things, and most people get high fives for starting things. Oh, you did a great job. You started a new business. Oh, man, that's awesome. You started a new company. Oh, man, that's awesome. You started a new TV show. That's awesome. But how many people get high fives for staying? How many people get high fives for seeing it through? Ain't no high five for seeing it through. You get love. People love to start new stuff, but not many people like to see it through. Are you one of the people that's going to see it through? When I started doing motivational speaking, it was 5 of us that started together, and we were going to be a support network for each other. And we were going to do all these things together. And right now, I am the only one standing from the 5 of us that started. Why? Because my commitment level. When I think about commitment, I think about Helen Keller. Helen Keller was both blind and deaf as a youth. And Helen Keller was the first deaf and blind person to get her bachelor's degree. When I think about commitment, it's seeing it through the good, it's seeing it through the bad, it's seeing it through when I don't know what's going on, it's seeing it through when it doesn't look good, but I gotta see it through. I made a commitment. And see, some of us, we're not one with our words. That we start to make our mouth, we start to make this tongue say whatever we want to say, and the tongue down below in our shoes never line up. We got to become one with our word. When I make a commitment, I see it through. I'm breaking bread right now. A commitment doesn't show up in what you say. Your commitment shows up in what you do. I just broke bread. See, too many of us are making either freedom is never free. Freedom is never free. We make these confessions, we make these professions, and we never see it through. We never see it through. We got to change how we see our word. I am one with my word. That's why I only speak what I want to see. I only speak what I want to hear. I only speak what I want to see. I'm one with my words. And until we change, what's up, Raymond? Until we change and become one with our word, we'll never understand maximum manifestation in our life. Remember, freedom is never free. It's easy to say, and then it's something else to see it through. Freedom is never free. The 3 C's of freedom. Number 3, consistency. Consistency. See, in order to stay consistent into something, easy to make the commitment. Yeah, we can make the commitment. Actions speak louder than words. We can make the commitment, but consistency, it's going to cost you something else. Consistency is going to cost you something else. If you want to be taken serious in any field, consistency is what's going to get you there. If you want to get to the top of any industry, consistency is going to get you there. When I think about consistent, I think about Martin Luther King Jr. When he believed so much so in his dream. He believed so much so in what he knew God had placed on the inside of him that I'll be willing to go to prison for it. Yep, I go to prison, although I did nothing wrong. Freedom is never what? Somebody say it with me. Free. Freedom is never free. It costs something for greatness. It's going to cost you something to manifest. Your gift was meant to make room for you, but it's going to cost you something in order to get that room that your gift is going to make for you. I remember when I was started with this, man, I had to be a year in. I was talking with this major motivational speaker. If I said the name, you all know it. And we had almost worked out something where I was going to go on the road with that motivational speaker on the weekend. I still be able to do my job. I was going to do that with that motivational speaker. And I would have been a household name. My name would have been in lights. I would have had the big YouTube following and all that stuff at that moment if it had happened. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And you know why it didn't happen? Because my gift has not yet been tested. Could I stand the time of consistency? And a lot of times, I prayed for this and I want this and I've been hoping for this and I tried this. When you going to stop trying and you going to say, I am going to get this? Come hell or high water, I am going to get this. I will not stop. I will not retreat. I will not turn back. I am burning every boat that leads across that water. I am going and I will not be stopped. When was the last time you were that firm in your commitment and your consistency? Oh, we all want to get to the top of the mountain, but nobody wants to climb it. Oh, we all want big houses and big bank accounts, and we all want to make a big impact on the world, but nobody wants to walk alone. Freedom is never free. There's a price to greatness. I'm breaking bread right now, boy. There's a price to greatness. And unless you're willing to lay down and you're willing to pay it, and I'm bringing this message, freedom is never free because it's Memorial Day. There's a lot of people that laid down their lives for us to enjoy the freedom that we have today. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to lay down your life. Yeah, you're going to have to take up your cross and walk daily. You're going to have to put your hands to the plow and not look back. It's going to cost you something to manifest that greatness. Stop expecting everything to be easy and to be one note. Okay, Aunt, what do you mean by one note? I mean that I'm supposed to overcome one small problem and now I'm supposed to have everything I ever wanted. No, it's going to cost you something. You're going to have to sacrifice for it. The seed is always within itself, and that's a whole nother motivational Monday. And I'm not going to take that there tonight, but the seed is always within itself. If you want more, you have to give more. I talk to the law of reciprocity. And whatever I want out of that area of life, I got to give more to the area of that life. You got to till the ground. He that till the ground will always have bread in his storehouse. If you get tired of tilling, you got to be tired of eating. Well, I'm just so tired. I'm just so pent up, and it's been so hard, and I've been working so long, and I just don't know it's gonna ever come to an end. My life is such a mess, and I want to quit, and I don't want to keep going. Yep. Everybody that you don't think Helen Keller, you don't think Martin Luther King, you don't think Harriet Tubman had those moments in their life when they wanted to give up, wanted to quit. Man, even at the point when Martin Luther King was at death, he said it doesn't matter right now. He said, ooh, that's a whole nother motive. It doesn't matter right now. When are you going to get to the point where it doesn't matter what they say about you? It doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter what they pay you. I'm going to do what I'm doing as unto the glory of God. When are you going to get to that place in your life? When are you going to get to that place in your life where whom the Son set free is truly free indeed? I don't have time to whine about what I don't have because I have an abundance of blessings right before me. I can't cry about what I lost when I got greatness on the inside of me. I'm crying because I can't get greatness out. I ain't crying because of what I lost. I'm crying because I got to cry to keep going. Yeah, it hurts sometimes when one half of my family won't talk to me. It hurts sometimes when my dad's family won't talk to me. It hurts sometimes when friends, he doing the most. Oh, it hurts sometimes when I can't go to family reunions. Oh, it hurts sometimes when I can't do a lot of the things I want. But you know what? I understand that freedom ain't free. If I'm gonna change my children's life, I gotta sacrifice some things right now. And until you make that decision, until you line your tongue up with that tongue in your shoe, you'll never be able to witness true freedom. You'll never be able to witness true greatness. You'll always rob Peter to pay Paul, meaning I'll be taking from one area of my life to try to give to another area of my life. That's not true freedom. That's not true freedom. You'll always have a deficiency as long as I'm taking from one area of my life trying to put it in another one. That's not true freedom. You'll always have a deficiency. And see, it's time for us to level up in life. And we are building the platforms for you to be able to get to the next level of life, man. I'm tired of bringing these motivational speeches. And I'm about to bring my sister up right now so we can talk to you all about what we're doing on Thursday nights. Hey, what's up, Lady Queen?
Hey, bro, what's up?
Sound like I sound like you're on mute. Sound like
Uh-oh. Let's see here. Can you hear me now?
But we're tired of life just as normal. We're tired of just going through the day and just being. We gotta radically change our life. We gotta radically begin to take our life into our own hands. We radically gotta start having these conversations within ourselves and saying, man, I am good enough. I am great enough. I can do what I can have what God says I can have. I can do what God says I can do. I don't need to. I don't have to rob Peter to play Paul. I don't need to every other area. I don't need to take time. I don't need to, when I say rob from one area of my life to give to another one. Let me break bread. I don't need not. I can have a great marriage and not steal time from my wife and still have a productive career and a productive motivational teaching business. I don't have to rob from my time from my children in order for me to have a productive marriage or a productive career. Because you know what? Motivation to speak it to the mass, I don't need but 6 hours of sleep. Right now, I'll sleep when I'm dead. But right now, I am on mission and I am on purpose. And COVID-19 has lit a fire under my behind. Lady Queen, can I hear you now?
Can you hear me now, bro?
Oh, you still muted.
Yay. Let's see.
You still muted. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, we got to move to that new area of life. And right now, the motivational teacher to the masses, Lady Queen, I know right now she's having some difficulty with the volume, but we are creating more. I know Raymond out there as well. We are creating more avenues for you all to be able to witness true riches. We're doing this COVID-19 right now. I made a video when it first started on YouTube. Go back. I said you can make COVID-19 a reason, or you can make COVID-19 the excuse. You can use it as a reason as to why you can't do what you want to do, get to where you want to do, and do all the different, or you can make it the reason as to why I'm doing it now. And see right now, we've come up and we've grind. We've done so many different things during COVID-19. We formed partnerships to try to help bring the word and bring truth to the listeners of truth in this world today. And until we're able to get it back, until we're able, see right now, there are not a lot of people equipped. I'm gonna break bread right now. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna tell you, I told you I'm gonna always tell you the truth. Whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. I'm gonna always tell you the truth. It's not a lot of people equipped to bring the truth as we do. I'm breaking bread right now. They're not equipped to bring, because you know why a lot of people can't bring the truth like we bring it? Because they got corporate sponsorships. Yeah. It's because they got membership that want to appreciate the way bringing the truth. And see, I got nothing attached to this but me spitting straight fire. That's it. That's it. My only thing is I want to see you all in the place where God intended for you all to be. You got volume now?
I think I do. Can you hear me?
No volume?
You can't hear?
Don't worry about it. We'll have it on Thursday. We had Lady Queen popping on. We were going to talk about what we're doing on Thursday. For you all who are here today on this Motivational Monday, please stop by on Thursday. Thursday is 7 Eastern, 6 Central is the time, man. We're going to be taking the word of God word to word, and we're going to be teaching people how to read the word. Like, we don't need all these self-help books. I mean, it's okay to read them, and I read them all the time, but it ain't meant for us to have that as our prime source of food. Our prime source of food should be the word of God. And it's time for us to understand that I don't need to go to CNN or Fox News for my reality check. My reality check is built in those books and what they say about me. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on the outside as long as what's going on the inside is not in turmoil. I'm breaking bread right now. Freedom is never free. And if we understand that, keeping it real, Tashana, you know it. If we understand that freedom is never truly free, and it costs something. It costs something. And until you're able to commit, I talked about the 3 C's, until you're able to commit to what it cost you to be great, then you can never fully experience. I would hate to leave this earth and not fully experience greatness. I would hate to leave this earth and not fully have accomplished the will of God for my life when he's given me every spiritual blessing. He's given me everything that I need. He's given me everything that I need on the inside of me to accomplish the total will. I would hate to leave this earth with stuff still on the inside of me. I just broke bread. Ladies and gentlemen, I am challenging you. I am challenging you. I want you to go back and listen to my video from Saturday. I want you to go back and listen to my video from Saturday and then play this one again on top of it. It's a series. I know today it was Memorial Day, but play that one and play this one and understand that you got the goods to get where you want to go. Your life can be spectacular. Your life can be the life that you always dreamed of, but understand that it's going to take reciprocity, that you're going to have to commit something. And I suggest you make the commitment up front. And I know there's some people out here, and I'm telling you, don't be so spiritual that you miss your blessing. Well, I don't want you can have great relationship with your kids and still accomplish what God has put on the inside of you. If he hadn't placed it on the inside of you, then it would hinder you from doing it. But since he gave it to you, it's meant for you to have it with your current circumstances. Stop talking about what you got to sacrifice in order to get to what God, in order for your gift to make room for you. You can have a great marriage. You can have great kids. You can have a great career. You can have great relationships. You don't have to sacrifice any of those things. You don't have to put any one of those things on the altar in order to mature your gift, because your gift was given to you from the foundation of the earth, and he knew exactly what you would go through before you even matured it. So you don't have to compromise anything to walk in your greatness. I just broke bread. I'm not, well, matter of fact, today, somebody, understand that you don't make sure you don't compromise time with your family. I said, compromise time with my family. How am I going to compromise time? We're in COVID-19. We can't go nowhere. But that tells you the thinking of men. That tells you the thinking of men is that they're always looking for an out. They're always looking for an out not to be great. They're always trying to figure out a way of which I can explain my greatness away, where I can explain why my gifts haven't been matured. Always looking, man, men are always looking for ways to explain it away. I'm telling you to find reasons why you can. You can have it all. Well, I'm telling you right now, you can have it all, but it's going to cost you waging war on mediocrity. Remember, freedom is never free, and whom the Son sets free is truly free indeed. Man, you all have been amazing tonight. Got people chiming into this conversation. Amen. I learned all this on the process of being obedient and the sacrifice I decide. Amen. I was thinking earbuds may not work. Don't worry, we're going to get it on there, man. Hopefully I get to see you all Thursday. We are going to be breaking fresh bread. Lady Queen, Antoinette Marie, and myself, we're going to sit down and we're going to break bread. Just get, like last week, our video has over 2,000 views, over, I think it's over almost 600 comments, and it's continuously growing, man. Don't miss out on what God is doing, because, man, that could be what you need to get to the next level of life. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out.